Alright, so to briefly recap the system, that if you didn't really understand what the system basically is, the system for the thumbnails is as following. Every character has their own unique preference for colour, right? So, for example, Kasumi is usually known for being, I think it's either blue or pink. I think it's pink. If it's Hayabusa, probably black. Maybe black for Momiji. Nayo Tengu, like yellow. Elliot, I haven't got a clue. Maybe yellow, orange. But the exception is Mila. Now Mila, if I'm gonna use Mila online, which I highly doubt it. Like, I don't know if the character's in the next game. I'll be using I'll still be using red, but it'll be labelled with this thumbnail of Mila and with a number 1 on it, because the way I see it is, every character in DOA is considered for me learning DOA. The system is very simple. If I'm learning something in DOA, maybe character specific, like let's say I'm learning a Kasumi combo, I would be using Kasumi on the thumbnail, because that will be telling you who I'll be using in this learning of DOA. Because basically red's going to be sort of like, it's going to be sort of like my learning colour. It's going to be my learning colour. Now if I'm going to do an episode involving me teaching you something, like for example, if I was teaching you Asuka, I would be using a yellow outline, a yellow frame. But if it's going online, I would be using a blue one, or for example, if I was using Kasumi, I'll be using blue or a character specific colour. For example, yellow, technically blue, technically. I guess pink. There's a lot of blue. White. Grey. Orange. Green. Purple. You see, every character will have their own specific. I think hers is green. I don't actually know hers. I don't actually know Tommy's. Basically, every character will have their own specific colour coordinated thumbnail. If I'm teaching you something, yellow. If I'm going to be learning something, red. The reason for red, I'm still learning it. I'm not too sure if this is going to be good or not. Yellow is because it's my favourite colour. Simple as that. I like yellow. I like yellow and black. Like my favourite colour is yellow, and my favourite hue is black, and my favourite non-existent colour is white. Well, actually, my favourite hue is actually technically white. My favourite non-existent colour is technically black. I can't remember this. I can't remember the joke. So for this episode, we're going to be using Mila to sort of prove a point. Kasumi is not a fill-in place. It's the character I was using in said episode. If the thing's talking about something like frame data, I may change it so that it's got a screenshot of like frame data. I'll think about that. That way I can kind of say that this episode's not talking about any character specific sort of thing. It was talking about frame data and how I think it should be seen. And this will keep going on until I get another playlist that I'm guessing something like 50. Let's say 50. And then I'll be doing this all over again on a different playlist, where eventually I may have like 9 different playlists of learning a fighting game. This way you don't get overexhausted if you're watching a playlist. Let's make it shorter. Let's make it 25. Well, let's make it, I don't know. We'll make an overall sort of learning one, but we'll make it a little smaller. We'll make it smaller for each one, because that way we can sort of ease ourselves into it. That way it's easier. So for now we're going to be using Mila to sort of prove a point. Proving a point, namely the characters in the thumbnail isn't just for this to show off Kazumi. I was only using Kazumi for one reason. Currently, she is our most known character, but it was A, the first character I chose, and B, she's easy to find. Like, yeah. So if we're going to be talking about something more character specific, like Mila, let's say we're talking about Mila, I will be showing Mila on the thumbnail. Like, we're gonna do it right now. Like, you'll see the thumbnail, right? So let's see what we got here. What do we actually got here? So we got ourselves, it feels like a boxer, kickboxer then. Good range, I guess. Not as good as probably ninjas because, well, Kazumi can go from one side of the stage to the next. What have we actually got here though? Sidestep. Let's see sidestep K. Does she have sidestep K? She doesn't have a sidestep K because that's just K. Sidestep punch. Is it combo off in time, I think? Sidestep throw? No sidestep throw. Okay. So yeah, these throws. Throw combos, interesting. Oh. 60. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, interesting. Down throws. I can also do that as a mix-up, I'm guessing. I wonder if that's actually holdable though. Plus 11, what can I do after that? Oh, interesting. So I can get a couple of jabs afterwards. Interesting. Good range. Very good range, to be honest with you. So I'm guessing poker. Either that or space control, maybe. Space control seems to be the more optimal thing here. She's got lanky legs and that makes sense. She's actually more of a male than anything. Nice. That is a really good range. You can just pop that from anywhere, and it also doesn't look like it will do that much. Minus 13 though, but that's not too bad considering this game seems to like... It means it can be punished though. Like, it means like Kazumi can punish it. I don't know. Let's try crouch guard. But from that range, maybe not. Crouch guard. Reaction crouch guard. Right, okay. Minus 14. But from that range, plus pushback. That's going to be a really annoying perk. Oh, it has full ups. I don't know if this character is confirmed or not. Plus, who would actually want to do this? Because yeah, the character can do that. Ooh. 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 So she can start combos with this throw. Ooh. So this character is right. So this character is really an out fighter. So you can kind of pester people with down K and back K. Ooh, and that's also more interesting. Okay, let's set to guard all. Guard all. Minus 7, minus 14, minus 5. Ooh, this character's got some good range in the kicking department. This one has follow-ups too. Interesting. Which means you can potentially frame trap them. Does she have anything else after that? Let's have a look. Don't care. Alright. View command list. Don't care. Don't care. We're looking for the don't care. Don't care. Where's don't care? Face to behind strikes, don't care. Up P. Down P. Don't care. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, that's a long one. Ooh. How long can I actually do that for? So that could technically... So that... Ooh, that's interesting, right, so... Right, what's happening? So what's happening here? So, this here is negative 14. This here is making it negative 24. So that's actually forcing it to be negative 10. Like if you keep, so right, what's actually happening? So you're gonna have to punish that on the first hit. So I'm guessing what you're gonna need to do here is, so this is basically sort of a really weird bit. This is a very weird bit. You use it, by the looks of it, what you're meant to do is you use this to establish the distance. So you establish it probably from around about here. There. And what you do with the next hit is you actually whiff it on purpose to actually get the mid. So it acts like a, I wonder why you get someone counter it then. Interesting. So this character is really an outfighter with an establishment for counter hits. Jesus Christ, she actually might be very similar to Asuka in that case then. Because the character's philosophy is based around outfield attacking with punishment as well. Like with punishment is the exact same as like outfield. But there's, right, so sort of teaches right, so let's go through what that actually means. Outfield, right, so it's actually a boxing terminology, to be honest with you. Infighting, outfighting. Traditionally, infighting wants to be very up close and personal. These are also known in fighting game communities as rushdown characters. Out usually controls space though. You usually want to control space around the outfield usually wants to control the space around the character of the opponent. In this case, Mila wants to control what the character is to do, what the opponent wants to do. Basically, what the character is saying is, I don't mind you blocking this because I have something else in there for you. So basically, they don't mind sort of right. So a counter fighter like Steve or Asuka in some cases usually doesn't mind whiffing one or two moves. Like in this case, they don't mind whiffing it. For example, in an Asuka case, you don't mind actually the her jab being blocked. You don't mind tail whip being blocked because you're gonna go for something else anyways. Anything that leads into a different string, you usually don't mind whiffing. In some cases though, it's not too bad. Same thing, like look here. This here looks to be a very safe whiffable move. Now the reason for it being safe and whiffable is because it's not too fast, so you probably could get punished for it. But if you know about this follow-up, you got yourself a nice range carry, and if you keep it from far distance, you could maybe get yourself a counter hit. Got yourself a nice counter hit with this. So this character may be all about the counter hits and the range. Oh, the pushback's really good for that. Interesting. Guard break. So you can what's this? Is that parryable? No tracking though. What's this? This got no tracking too. That's got tracking though. Ooh. So that gives you a sort of like a... Right, so that probably would mean that you use this one for perks, this one for perks. and this one for sidesteppers. But the problem is this one's got less range. So it's maybe to establish distance, maybe. The character's also moving really frantically from side to side, which isn't right. So idle stances usually are interesting to sort of ponder, but in this case they're actually fairly interesting, and there is a reason for that. It means potentially she could whiff punish from standing neutral. Not very likely, but it does mean if you look at the apex of the sort of idle stance, you may be able to get a better backdash in some cases. Like, I'm not saying you should use that all the time, no, but interesting theories are always interesting. -10, and the follow-up is sort of can I get anything after that? It's a mid. Oh, interesting, but the problem is the next mid looks seeable. -13, so you could probably punish it. At least Kasumi can. Oh, I like that. That is really good. Right. So, what's going on here? So that's with... Who's going to actually duck that, though? And if you do, you got that to contend with. So the mix-up is... Interesting, so you got yourself a mix-up there. -12 though, so... -10. -9. Ah, I see. So what you might actually want to do there for this character... So for people who block... So from what I can gather from this is you use this one to establish the range. It's got good range. Well, it's okay range for what it is. It's a punch. It's got deceitfully long range, to be honest with you. Like, it's not like it's not as good as this. This has got great range. Like, for a move like this, you're not expecting to sort of see sort of like this afterwards. But no follow-ups I can see. Interesting. Okay, so... But for this one, it's got a deceitfully large sort of hitbox, which is interesting, to say the least. So that means it's meant to be... The forward momentum sort of meant to sort of put you inwards, so put it into an infight. Ooh, follow-ups. Oh. So you got yourself a nice 50-50. -6, -9. Ooh. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The plot thickens. The problem is with this move, it's -5, which means it's just a perk, but it doesn't have a follow-up, which means... Oh, but the plot thickens with this one. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. -9. So in some cases it's actually better to use this move than this. Oh, that's such a devilish move. That is so cunning. I like it. I really like it. I really like it indeed. What is up with her height though? She looks 6 foot. Interesting though. So she's out. So she's definitely all about the outfield. Hold on. I whiff it on purpose. Oh. Oh. You seen that? Oh. So it gives this move a move with great range already, an infield to actually establish the range. So I can get it from roughly around about here. Oh. It's about the window. Actually, the window's overextending, to be honest with you. Oh, that move's so good. Problem is it's high, but that's actually not too bad considering it's 16 frames. It's not exactly seeable, and it doesn't really, the animation itself is really deceitful. And you have all these follow-ups that you don't actually need to use. Now this is actually this is the one that you actually want to use, don't get me wrong. From a range you want to use this. Actually you could use any of them, to be honest with you. That's -9, that's not too bad though. The problem is that, again, this game has holds, so that does mean you kind of have to be unpredictable with this. But that's good. That's good, that is really damn good. Alright, so that's down punch. Have anything after it? Nothing. So what's good about it? -4 low punch. I thought it was a mid punch. It's a low. Wow. That is very deceitful. Maybe it's because I can't see it because of the frame data. Let's take that off for a few seconds. Move details off. Oh, that looks like a mid to me. But the crouching, so that probably means it's a low. That is a really... Oh my god, that range. Why did I do that? So down... wow. This character really has got a good taste for outfitting. So to establish the range you want to be at is roughly around about here, which is really outside of jab range. So you want to be roughly around about near the fan, I guess. The fan would stop moving. And if I could actually move properly without dashing. So around about here you want to be, which is really damn far. Someone sounds like they're being a boy racer. Cool. This character is really cheap. I say that, I don't know anything about the game. My headphones just sort of died. They slightly fell out the microphone sort of a hole. I don't know. Ooh, probably still recording. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so let's get the. Actually, I'm gonna quickly take a break because I want to drink. So this also gets me to test if I was actually sharing. So, Johnny.